Hi everybody. Welcome to STARS Computing Core Evaluation Assistant Orientation 2016. I will be your host, Audrey Rohr. I am the STARS Evaluation Director, and myself and Weifang Zhou and Joe Allen will be leading you through our adventure together this year. So, for many of you who did attend Celebration, we had a really healthy discussion about the benefits and the burdens that are included with the role of being an evaluation assistant. Several of you even said that it caught you by surprise. You had been sort of tapped for the role, but didn't have any clear understanding of what the expectations are. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. Uh, but the things that you do get out of this experience are networking with others, developing some transferable skills related to organizational leadership management and measurement of goals. And also giving back to STARS was a really important benefit to you all. We got some great suggestions about tools to use to improve our process this year, and we are going to be using them. We're going to have calendars set up for all the meetings to be posted, and we'll be using WebEx to deliver our EA meeting material. So just to recap, for those of you who know what the role is and to introduce new people, essentially you have three different areas of things that you do. Right now, you'll need to get your core students registered and help them take the pre-survey. Ongoing, you'll teach the students in your core how to track outreach activities and how to track outreach participants, and to help monitor that process as we go through the semesters so that we make sure that we're completing these things accurately in a timely manner and that we are counting all of our work. Periodically, you'll participate in monthly online meetings through WebEx and submit a fall and then a spring narrative report through the templates that we have developed for you. So right now, your primary objective is to get consent forms at your core. I will be sending those to you by email. You can have them sign at your first meeting, then scan them back to me. These are really important that we get new consent forms every year because we will be providing you with opportunity to provide feedback through surveys and sometimes focus groups, and we always need to have a consent form. Then everyone should register with STARS Online. There's the registration link there, and I have pointed to it where you can find it on our website, which is starscomputingcore.org. It's that third link on the left side. Everyone should register, treat it like a class. Each semester, regardless of how many times you've been in STARS, you'll need to register here, yourself and your core members. And then anyone who's new, when they complete the registration, they'll check their first-time student in STARS. They'll receive an automatic invitation to participate in our pre-survey. It might go to spam because it is a SurveyMonkey survey, so we would like your help in reminding students to be on the lookout for that. And throughout the term, you'll teach our students how to fill out an outreach activity report. We have a separate link there on the left-hand side of our homepage menu. And then have outreach activity also monitor the participants, and there's a new form for this. We split them up this year based on an NSF recommendation to have our participants self-report their ethnicity and gender. This is our meeting and deadline schedule. We meet the fourth Friday of each month at noon Eastern Time. As I mentioned earlier, I'll send out calendar reminders to everyone. You'll have it automatically on your calendar for the year. And then we have some key deadlines for the fall narrative on December 9th and the spring narrative on May 5th. So many of you will find that you have a conflicting schedule with our meetings, and if you are not able to make them, please send a designated person from your campus to come. They will be recorded through WebEx, so you'll be able to hear what took place, but we do want you to be a discussant. That means that every one of you will have an opportunity to share what's going on at your core, any challenges or solutions or lessons learned that you have found throughout the year that you want to share with others. This will help us stay connected and to network from one another and and have collective memory as opposed to everyone reinventing the wheel. So this poll here at this link is where you can go and tell me what topics are of interest to you for covering, and then sign up for a date that you'll be a discussant. It'll be about 2 minutes that you'll talk about your core, maybe 3, and there'll be several of you as discussants for a given day. And typically our meetings will roll like this. We'll start out with a general introductions, have our discussants do lessons learned, and then we'll have our topical discussion where I'll have perhaps some resources for you. So example, on the side there I have some topics of interest that I think you might be interested in, but I want to confirm that. So if there are other things that you feel are interesting or things that you want to share from your experiences as a student in STARS, you can also choose a topic that you want to volunteer to present. So it's a good opportunity for you to practice your delivery. So thank you very much for your contribution as an evaluation assistant. We really could not perform without you. STARS would not have any material to tell our story. We wouldn't understand the collective impact of STARS without your help in making sure that we have the information we need to share with the nation what our successes have been and lessons we've learned. So you're very vital to us. You're important members of our team, and we value your contributions immensely. We also want you to get something in return, and so please fill out that EA meeting poll and let me know what would be beneficial to you. So that's the conclusion of our general EA orientation. The next piece is the appendix, where I will walk through how to fill out an activity report and then how to collect outreach participant data. So as an EA, you can borrow these slides and modify them to suit your needs and to suit your core. If you want to use my voiceover, you can also do that, but you might need to augment so that you can explain any things that or answer any questions from your students locally. So the activity reports really just track events that take place through STARS. So anytime STARS students go out into the community, the campus, and do an event, it needs to be tracked as an activity. 1 report per event. So if you have multiple students presenting a robotics event, just fill out 1 report. And you can go to starscomputingcore.org, and it's the first link on the left side of the page. It's very mobile friendly, so it fits into a phone nicely. A lot of this is self-explanatory, but some of it is not. So the very important piece that I'm going to talk about below is the activity title. This needs to be the same activity title that is used in the outreach participant form. So make it something that is that makes sense and that can be recalled so that you can make sure they match up. Activity type, we have several options there. Select one, not multiple options, just one that most closely defines the event. Sometimes you might find that there's a little overlap. Use your best judgment. We trust you to make a decision about which of these categories is makes sense to define the activity that you're doing. Now these 2 places here, duration of the activity and is the activity repeated, are the 2 options that tend to confuse us. So essentially what we are asking you to do here is let us know the length of time that the event is. And if it's repeated or not, lets me know if we need to multiply or not. So I'm going to go to the next slide and explain this a little deeper. So a repeated event is sequential. An example would be if you go do a robotics workshop every single Wednesday with the same group of elementary girls for 10 weeks, you would mark this as repeated, so that the duration is the length of time for a single workshop on Wednesday. And then we do the multiplication at the end when we're summarizing everything at the end of the semester. So if it is a same workshop, but you go to a different high school class every week, it's not repeated. Therefore, we're going to multiply and count correctly how many people were in an outreach event. So when you're filling out a participant report, this is a different place. You might notice, for those of you who are returning evaluation assistants, that we used to ask you to track the demographics of the outreach participants in the activity form. We no longer do that. We have separated them, and it is a second link on the page under STARS Outreach. So once you've got your event going on, at the end of the event, you'll want to queue up this form on your phone or some other device, and you might have multiple devices where you have the activity report queued up. This way you can get students who are in the activity to just check very quickly their ethnicity and gender as they walk out. It's really important to do this at the end. One, you get the people who actually stayed and participated, and two, we don't run into any issues of that we've seen in research, that if students are asked to identify gender and ethnicity, it can degrade their feelings of confidence in embarking in these types of STEM activities. So we want you to make sure that you put the title in that aligns with the activity report title, and you'll fill that out when you set up the form. So you'll have this form up there ready for them to go on any of the devices that you have, and you'll fill it in for the first form on that device, and then let them fill out the grade level, gender, race, and ethnicity. So when they get to the end, they'll hit submit, and the next form will be blank. They won't need to fill out the activity title. It'll be blank. So you'll want to monitor them as they fill it out and just tell them, hey, you don't have to do that. You just go ahead and click through these 3 questions we really need answers to. So it does not conflict with FERPA or privacy because it's voluntary and it's anonymous. We did check to make sure that this was above board in our practices with human subjects research. And although you may be researching outcomes for these events, this form will not be affiliated with that. So if anybody has any questions about this, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. And I'm going to go back over here to where my email address is somewhere. Here it is. There we go. So that you know how to get in touch with us. You'll hear a lot from me, Weifang, and Joe throughout the semester, and we know it's going to be a great year. And we look forward to working with you. Thank you so much.